Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do the same thing that we did with our first domino, where we took 4 and 6 and 10 being the total, wrote them at the top, and then we came up with 4 number sentences that use those numbers. I'm going to try it again with another domino. This domino has a little bit of different numbers on it, but let's try to figure out what they are. So first of all, our top half of our domino has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe you could count it like that. Maybe you subitized and just saw that it was 8. Maybe you saw 3 and 3, 6, 7, 8. Or maybe you had to count each one. However you came up with 8, we know that it's 8 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Well, I know my tens facts. So I know that 8 plus 2 is 10. If I didn't, I could say 8, 9, 10. I'll get to 10, right? So those are our three numbers associated with this domino. 8 and 2, and our total is 10. Okay? So let's think about 4 number sentences that we can do with this. 2 of them are going to be adding, and 2 of them are going to be subtracting. The first one is what we were just talking about, 8 plus 2. I said we know this. This is a math fact that we know. 8 plus 2 is 10, the same as 10. If we know that 8 plus 2 is the same as 10, then we know the turnaround rule, which says that 2 plus 8 is the same as 10. So those are so easy. That turnaround rule, I love that. It just makes it easy to get 2 facts right away. Remember what I said about subtraction. What did I say? What number do we always use first when we're subtracting? That's right, the biggest number. And our biggest number is 10. So 10, and I'm going to do the same thing I did before because I think it actually helps to look at it this way. I'm going to put a rectangle here and we're going to get rid of the 8. So I'm going to say 10 minus 8 because I just covered up the 8, right? Let's look at that. I did. Covered up the 8. 10 minus 8 is the same as or equals 2. Now, my next fact. Let's cover up the bottom. I'm still starting with 10, right? But this time I covered up how many? You're right. I covered up 2 of them. 10 minus 2 is the same as, what do we have left? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Now, I'm going to get rid of our red square. We don't need it. But you can do that with your hand if you're holding up a domino. And that does help. If you cover up part, it helps you to see that. And 10 is always well, not 10, but the largest number is always the total. In this case, it is a 10. Okay, so what I want you to really think about is 8 and 2 and 10. When they're all together, there's something called a fact family. The 3 numbers that are the 2 add-ins and the total, they kind of make just a little family here because with this cute little family of 8, 2, and 10, or a cute little family over here of 4, 6, and 10, they can do 4 different number sentences. So the really cool thing about a family like this is if you know that 8 plus 2 is 10, then you know 2 plus 8 is 10. And you know that 10 minus 8 is 2. And you know 10 minus 2 is 8. Because as soon as you realize that these guys are a family, it helps you solve the rest of it. Okay? So that's what we're talking about right now with fact families. And you're going to be doing your own practice with fact families on the next slide. Thanks, everyone.